Sam, we really wanted to talk to you about professionalism as it relates to the fitness coach and more broadly as well. And we jotted down a question, which is what are the top three characteristics of a professional? So, could you speak to that, please?
Before I start, do I need to center my chair? Because I feel like it's off
Yeah,
center.
you feel a little off. You're
Yeah.
way back. You're way back. It's like you're gonna go through the wall. Yeah, scoot up a little bit. Get in here.
Yeah,
There we go.
we touch knees under the
Nice.
table.
That's fine.
Yeah. If the knees aren't touching, you're not. You're
Not
you're
close
you're out.
enough.
You're out of position here.
Henry had a unique position. Well, when you asked me that question, the first word that came to mind was consistency, and then from consistency, I went to competent, and then from competent, I was like, well, then I might as well say caring.
Where did those
So-
come from?
The triangle of trust.
Never heard that before.
Yeah. So I think those three terms are great words to describe what a consummate professional would be. And then, of course, in each of them, parsing out what that means, because caring can connotate, softness or dependency, but that's as a professional, that's not what you're trying to cultivate. But there's a adequate amount of care to support the client wherever they're at, but it's required. It's just meeting them with the right amount. And then competency, refining your craft, better serving the client over time, and then consistency, showing up, doing your work, being consistent with your deliverables because you're a professional, and a professional has made a commitment to the consumer, and so you have to show up every day with that.
So let's say it was can't be a brand new coach that would check the box in all three of those, but let's say it's someone that's been coaching for 18 months, right? So you have a coach in front of you. They've been coaching for 18 months. They're doing this thing, they're coaching 4 hours a week all in, and they check the box on, competency. They have an extensive amount of knowledge, and they have a couple degrees, and they went through some coaching programs, and they're competent, right? Like you have a conversation, you're like, okay, that's solid, check it. Caring. In conversation, they're a very caring individual. You've spoken to a couple of their clients. Their clients would say the same, like, yes, I have a great amount of trust in this person. It's obvious they care about me. And then when you look at the last piece, let's say that's checked as well. Is that person a professional coach because they check the box on all of those, on the 3 C's?
I feel calling yourself a professional is a subjective determiner. So it's you making the decision to call yourself a professional, and then with that comes responsibilities and requirements to uphold what that means. So I think having what you just said, if you check those boxes, I would say, yeah, they have the pieces in play to, let's say, be a professional, but being versus, I don't want to say being, but saying someone is something versus seeing them be it is very different. So I'm trying to make that seem coherent.
I skipped over consistency intentionally. I was like, yeah, they check it, but that's what I was getting at. It's like, is there an amount of time someone has to be consistent to call themselves a professional if they check all those boxes, right? Because remember, I just said, hey, someone's been doing this for 18 months, and they're only doing it 4 hours a week, right? So they might be doing this completely on the side, right?
Yeah.
But they still check the 3 boxes in the 3 C's.
Yeah.
Would you say that person has to have an amount of consistency doing that thing? And do you think they'd have to log more hours to call themselves a professional? Or is it like, nope, all those things are checked, we're good to go? And I know we're having a super subjective conversation of just like challenging some ideas to kind of get in the brain of Sam right now.
If you say you're a professional, in my opinion, that means you're fully invested in the work. You're not half in. If you're half in, it's a hobby. It's not a professional.
Mm-hmm.
Professional, in my definition, is a very specific type of person, type of work, type of responsibility. So if you're doing 4 hours and that's in a week, that's not a professional in my definition. That's something, it's a hobby. So even though you have the 3 C's, if it's not all encompassing, then I wouldn't classify that person as professional. And to that point, they probably do need more time, but also they need to be investing more time in their in their week and their day to be building themselves towards the level of time and energy and work to, let's say, label themselves a professional, where they're all in this practice.
Yeah.